AC on the campus of Jackson Reed High School for tonight's football game featuring the Phelps Panthers and your Jackson Reed Tigers. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the field as we honor our nation with the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. The District of Columbia Public Schools and the District of Columbia Interscholastic Athletic Association believe good sportsmanship is an integral component of interscholastic competition. In order for good sportsmanship to prevail, coaches, student athletes, and fans must display respect, fairness, civility, honesty, and responsibility before, during, and after all athletic contests. We encourage fans to enthusiastically support their team, recognize outstanding performance of opponents, and always exhibit good sportsmanship in their words and actions. Profanity, derogatory comments, and other intimidating actions or actions directed at game officials, student athletes, coaches, team representatives, or other spectators will not be tolerated and are grounds for the removal from the site of competition. Be a positive representative of your school community. And remember, a positive sporting environment starts with you. The officials for tonight's game are Anthony Wallace, Ronald Tresvant, James Perry, Rudolph Thompson, and Bennis Watkins. The chain crew is Wanda Edwards, Fernando Moore, and Robert Lucas. And the clock operator for tonight's game is Jimian Strong.
Welcome to Tiger TV Live. We got some varsity football action here tonight. The Jackson Reed Tigers against the Phelps Panthers. It is a DCI AA Stars versus DCI AA Stripes matchup. Tigers of the Stars division, that top division, and the Phelps in the second division, Stripes division. And these are two teams both looking for their first win. Tigers started off 0-3 losses, all away losses to Bishop Ireton, Yorktown, and St. Albans. We had that St. Albans game on here last week. That was 42-21 at St. Albans last Saturday. But we got some exciting scores, and that's been the name of the game. So far this year for the Tigers has been consistently just bring those gaps down. They've been looking more consistent, making less mistakes than last year under new coach Strickland.
Your Jackson Reed Tigers will receive the opening kickoff.
And it is announced the Tigers going to receive this one. See the captains in midfield: Cam Butler, Jalen Williams, Aiden Giles, and number 7 Calvin Davis. And Phelps also without a win. They are 0-2 to start the year, having lost to Kip Legacy and St. James, a private school from way out in Hagerstown, but they still play a lot of games around here. and also looking for their first win. Their coach said prior to the season, that's their coach Al Thompson, or now I'm looking at names. Seems like it was Jerome Brown. I recognize a bit more as the one who said it. I don't know. Either way, one of them said that they were one of the front runners for the Stripes division this year, and they haven't played a team from that division. We haven't played a team from the Stars division, but this is our DCI AA opener for both of these teams. And it will be the Tigers receiving the opening kickoff. As was last week, the two guys back to receive for the Tigers are senior Calvin Davis and junior Brady Flowers.
Brady Flowers and number 7, Calvin Davis.
And the Tigers really looking for a win here, but the Phelps, they're going to be playing it over their heads. They know the Tigers last couple years not been at their best, and they know that it's still beatable. They're going to have to a bit of trouble with that kick. They'll have to back again, and here, never mind. I don't know what's going on with the Panthers right now. They're having some sort of struggle. Now here's the kickoff. Bit of a shallow one. Looks like will be caught and received. He'll get out past the 40. That is number 18, Sebastian Paredes, who scored last week an extra point for 2 points after the Tigers got their third touchdown. He was open on the right side. Managed to dive into the end zone for a 2-pointer last week. And Tigers just about to get out there. And 2 running backs joining Ryan Serpent in the backfield. Showing Aiden Giles and Brady Flowers, one assumes, and actually it's Cam Butler in the backfield. He'll receive and won't get a lot. He'll stumble. It'll be a gain of 2. Start at the 35, actually, not the 40. But he gets to the 37. And they're going to stick with that same lineup. And Brady Flowers and Ian Giles were on way to switching off in the backfield. They didn't often have 2 back there. I think they can get something going in the run game. But now it's Herman back to throw, and it's miscommunicated. He's looking for Wickham. He's blocking, and there's going to be a flag for this. We'll go against the Tigers. And that miscommunication, the QB looking to pass and receiver looking to block happened a couple times last week, all in the first quarter. So that's a rough start, but look for the Tigers to hopefully turn it around. Now Aiden Giles is out there, was initially, but he and Brady Flowers trained off runs for the most part last week, provided the 3 touchdowns. It was 2 for Aiden Giles, including a very long run for the first touchdown. Also had the third, and then Brady Flowers got one in the middle. And the Tigers being moved back further. Very rough start for the Tigers offense. All these fouls. It is 2nd and 23. A man in motion for the Tigers. He's just blocking. Aiden Giles blown up in the backfield. Tackle made by number 24, Sheldon Clark. Third and very, very long. So the run not working for the Tigers last time out. They're blitzing. Screen pass to Davis. Davis got briefly at an angle, but he is dragged to the ground by number 2, Caden Simon. And Tigers will be forced to punt. Not the way that they expected this first offensive drive to go. And they will be giving it back to the Phelps Panthers.
Brings up 4th and 17.
Phelps defense holding their own.
Keyshawn Davis set to punt for the Tigers. Back to receive.
But if you're feeling doubtful about how this game's going to go, just have a bit of reassurance. That should be the worst of it. Expect this Tigers offense to turn around. Here's the punt. Take a favorable bounce for the Tigers, and Paredes will be the one standing over it and place it down at the 31-yard line of the Phelps Panthers. Now the Tigers will get it out on defense. And it's been on defense that they've looked quite a bit more disciplined this year. Maybe still lacking some of the manpower, some of the size to stop some of the better teams, but they're still a pretty solid defense. Here's Francis. Has Serena near side. Now he's flushed out. He'll toss it. Found a man who I think would be just short of the first down. And looks like he will barely get that first down. So Phelps immediately moving the chains in the first play.
10-yard gain on the play. First down, Phelps.
And I believe that is actually Gabriel Wiggins, the quarterback, rather than Nolege Francis, although this roster we've been given, not the most complete. Here's a flag, and looks like the Panthers going to be pushed back further. Indeed, it is a false start.
Brings up 1st and 15 after the 5-yard penalty.
Saw some good creativity from Wiggins. Last time out. Snap from Wiggins. It'll be a handoff. And again, some pretty good yardage. Number 3, Wayne Kenny.
Juice Simon on the carry.
And they'll get back to the original line of scrimmage and one more. That makes it 2nd and 9. And off the same man, Kenny. Kenny out of crease, and he'll get a first down. Down to about the 47 of Jackson Reed.
9-yard gain.
Finding success in these run plays. That is marked at the 48 of the Tigers. And expect Wayne Kenny to receive it again as the guy who's got speed. Man in motion. Running himself is Wiggins, and Wiggins goes down. 2 flags in the play.
Gabriel Wiggins on the carry.
Gain of about 5.
5-yard gain, but there's a flag down.
And looks like the Panthers are moving back. Ten-yard penalty. And Phelps are not doing themselves any favors. So after all that, still first down, but Phelps now backed up all the way pretty much from our 42 to their own 42. Man in motion again. Be handed off, and it's going to be a loss of yards. It was number 24, Sheldon Clark, who took it, but he's going to go backwards. And I think that was Williams, who at least got the initial hit. I don't think he's only finished him off, but finally the Tigers getting something going for them on defense. Backed all the way up to the 38. Need to get to the 38 of Jackson Reed. So there you have it. And Phelps, they've gotten some good yards on either these runs or short passes, but even with how they look so far, a lot of work to do if they want it first. 3 receivers line up to the near side. They'll look to pass to one of them now. He'll take it up the gut, but he won't get much. Cam Butler and Noah Person, 2 making the tackles. Job mainly done by Noah Person. And Gabriel Wiggins, man, very eager to get out of that pocket or get through the pocket very quick. Not awaiting options. Of course, he did complete that pass on the first offensive play for the Panthers. Other than that, for not running it, not pulling the trigger quickly, but willing to get to his feet pretty quick. Here's Wiggins, pressure going up the middle. He's fleshed out to the right side, looking for a pass. And it's picked off by Brady Flowers, and Flowers now just short the 30. A big-time play of the junior Brady Flowers. And the Tigers should take it back. There is a flag on the play. The offense come back on. I think that's probably going to be another one against the Panthers. And there's confirmation it was a holding call against the Phelps Panthers. Will obviously be denied. And the Tigers have it back, and it's Brady Flowers who made the pick, and they'll take it over at their own 29. And need to get something going on this drive, although Phelps obviously with a whole ton of penalties in their first on offense, they've shown they're dangerous. And the Tigers in their first drive didn't really show any danger. It looks like we're seeing more of what we saw last week from the Tigers on offense. Brady Flowers besides Turpin, shotgun formation. And it is handed off to Brady Flowers, and he'll be stopped. We have an extra push, and there's the flag. Refs will talk this one over. Looks like it'll be ruled loss of about 2. It was a personal foul against Phelps, I believe number 52, Shane Coffin. So the Tigers will pick up a pretty easy first down. There we go. So the Tigers moving the chains, didn't do a whole lot to force it. Tigers got to get there. All right, offense sorted. Davis in motion. They'll give it to Davis. Out of right, he's missed a man. He's got a crease going down the right. Calvin Davis pushed out around the 35, maybe the 40, and there is yet another flag on the play. And the Tigers not giving any indication it'll come back, and I don't think it will. I think that's another thing against Phelps.
The flag on the play.
And now it seems like, yeah, holding against the Tiger, and will be moved back, and that will reduce pretty much our only positive play so far on offense. Luckily, still not an impossible play. It's 1st and 12. Or 1st and 13, actually. A lot of yelling from the Phelps coaches. Hand it off. Here goes Aiden Giles. Got to cross midfield. That'll make it 2nd and about 1, maybe 2. But Aiden Giles, one of the players on this team who's got offers. A couple D3, a couple NAIA. He's got 79.7 rushing yards per game, 3 total touchdowns, at least according to the Max Prep stats. And Giles will have no gain. Tackle made by David Parker.
With the stop in the backfield for the Panthers. No gain on the play. Still 3rd and 3.
3rd and 2. Some subs made for the Tigers. Giles is off. As is Justin Humphrey. And it looks like they'll be trusting Brady Flowers to pick up this first. And it might be a bit risky, but hopefully... Actually, no. It looks like it's going to be number 9, Cam Butler. Just to pick up the first. He's given one running play to begin with. He stumbled. But the Tigers going to pick up the first. Neutral zone infraction from a couple Phelps players. Malachi Stiff among them, I believe. And the Tigers going to pick up another first down. Thanks to the flag. Cam Butler still the man in the backfield beside Ryan Turpin, and a timeout called by Coach Strickland's.
Called by Jackson Reed.
Tigers use their first timeout of the half. Still about 4.5 minutes to go in this first half. We'll be back. Back from timeout, and the Tigers' offense, as you could have seen, was in formation for Phelps or out of the huddle. They are making most of timeout, despite the fact that it was called by the Tigers. Turn back to pass. Got it off. Giles makes a cut. Here goes Aiden Giles. He's got room. One man to beat. Aiden Giles going to take this one to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. And Ryan Turpin was the second away from getting blown up, but he got the pass off. Aiden Giles made a wise cut. And using that speed to give the Tigers the lead, and they lead 6-0. And that's a perfect scenario for the Tigers. Again, 2 first downs off of those flags, then heads up play from Turpin to get the Aiden Giles, the easy option. And a kick from Ferrigno is good. Tigers lead 7-0. So Tigers come back after that touchdown of over 40 yards from Aiden Giles, receiving that short pass from Ryan Turpin and taking it all the way to the house. Tigers back to it. Received. Now cutting outside. That was number 29, Farina, the kicker, actually, who got the man out of play. It was number 6, Caden Hunt, freshman for the Panthers, on the return. And giving them some pretty good field position. And Phelps were not making things easy for the Tigers on offense, but they were killed by penalties in their first drive. They can cut that out. They look pretty good on offense. And flags for you can get this one going. And looks like this will go against the Panthers. The neither team's moving initially.
The flag is picked up.
Penalty been waived. Picked up flag. And this one kept. Wiggins snuffed out. Still it's Wiggins, but he does get the pass off, and it was dropped by number 7, Adrian Thomas, and there's a flag in the play. I think it's a low block against Phelps. And same as the last drive, penalty is going to kill the Panthers. First and 15, or first and 25 for the Panthers. 3 receivers lined up to the near side. Wiggins flushed out again, and he'll run up the middle, and he'll get some decent yardage out of it, trying to flip forward. Anthony Moore Jr., I believe, the last hit, but Phelps not making up nearly enough yardage.
8-yard gain on the play.
Gain of 8. Still about 17 to go. And Phelps has got some decent yards in their run plays, specifically where they hand it off, but Wiggins has seemingly kept the ball more than it's been handed off, and specifically kept it and then tried to run. The Tigers got to keep bringing pressure, but we got some more flags.
Flag on the play.
False start against Phelps. Second down, 23. My goodness, Phelps really need to clean this up. Still 3 receivers on your side. It's a screenplay. We won't get much tripped up. Brady Flowers, the man who got the pick earlier, got a hand in there. managed to help trip up number 11, not league straight.
4-yard gain on the play.
In the league straight, maybe.
Brings up third
Hard name to pronounce.
down.
Third down and a lot. Ball placed at the 32. Phelps needs to get to the 47 of Jackson Meade. Third and the whole ton. Hand it off. Now again, blown up in the backfield. Helmet coming off at the end. It was number 9. Brandon Phelps, named on the roster, for whatever reason. And Cam Butler, as well as Brady Flowers, doing the work.
No gain on the play.
So that brings up fourth down. Phelps will punt for the first time. Of course, the first time they gave the ball away was a turnover, that aforementioned interception by Brady Flowers. On the way by Escobar, Calvin Davis, the man back to receive. Clean reception. Here goes Davis, rolling out to the right. He's got a lot of room. Here goes Calvin Davis. Somebody trying to reach him. There's a flag. He got picked up. He's got a block, and he'll take this one. Touchdown, Tigers. They've got another. Unless it comes back, but Calvin Davis has been doing brilliantly to start this year for Jackson Meade. And let's see about this flag. So waiting to update that scoreboard. Blindside ball against the Tigers. This one's coming back. So that's a real shame, but the Tigers, not often we see them get a play like that in special teams. So it's showing some good potential. But unfortunately, offense will have to be called upon. Can't rely on Calvin Davis right there. But Calvin Davis didn't play football last year, and he was sorely missed. One of the best all-around athletes at this school. Also runs indoor track, plays baseball as well, primarily as a pinch runner. And he is just so speedy, and he's a very intelligent ball player as well. Knew just where to go. Beat a man on the outside is also a great block that he received. And a shame that won't count. And Giles lined up to Turpin's left, Flowers to his right, and the Tigers, not the Tigers, the Phelps Panthers will use a timeout, so we'll be back. Welcome back in the timeout, and a timeout now used by each team. That was by Phelps. Tigers used one of their previous offensive drive. If you are just joining us, the Tigers had a returned kickoff for a touchdown by Calvin Davis, comeback for a blindside block. And they'll now get going on offense from their own 45. Handed off. Brady Flowers dragged across midfield for a gain of about 6.
Flowers on the carry. 5-yard gain on the play.
They'll call it a gain of 5. So the Tigers had the ball at exactly midfield. So getting some further instruction. Head jaws off, Calvin Davis on. And that is the end of the first quarter. The Tigers lead 7-0 off of that Aiden Giles touchdown. And we'll be back. It's been a great first 12 for the Tigers. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Tigers TV Live. Getting this second quarter started, and with the switching the side of fields didn't take very long. A ball at the 50-yard line exactly. Screen ball to Calvin Davis, blown up and drops the ball. Incomplete. Now be beneficial. Would have been a loss of yardage if he held onto it.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
So 3rd and 5. And what might be 4th down territory for the Tigers. Depends how risky they're feeling. Shotgun formation. Brady Flowers. Side Ryan Turpin. And off the Flowers. Up the middle. And I think he'll be just short of the first down. 4th and less than 1. The Tigers offense surely got to stay out there. And confirmation that they will. Aiden Giles in for Brady Flowers. Phelps defense been making tackles, but they haven't really been doing a good job about keeping the man back. They've been dragged across quite a few times. And that could have been no gain. Said it was a gain of 4. 4th and inches for the Tigers. Aiden Giles in the backfield. But the Tigers are going to get the first. Now's the big man. Number 76. Unclear if that was... I believe that is Kamari Claggett. But the Tigers a 3rd first down of the night that they will get off of a jump from that D-line of the Panthers. And Giles still in the backfield beside Turpin. 2 receivers on each side. And off to Giles. Makes a cut. That's an outside and chased down by number 7, Thompson.
6-yard gain on the play.
Called a 6-yard gain, so actually that's it's more like 7. It's placed at the 34 of Phelps. Need to get to the 31. That makes it 2nd and 3. Give him the Flowers. Coming to your side. Had a bit of room. Nearly tackled short.
Brady Flowers on the carry.
That was Gabriel Wiggins making the tackle.
Loss of 1 on the play.
PA calling a loss of 1. Looks like no gain. As it is placed at the 34 again. And Giles now the man in the backfield. Turpin looking to throw. He's got a man, but he's going deep. Davis looking for it. Davis has got it. Touchdown, Tigers. And what a play by Calvin Davis. Behind the back of his man, Briscoe. Managed to get it. Hold on to it, and this DB didn't even know it happened. And the Tigers now inherit a 13-point lead over the Panthers. Well, what a play. Turpin had Mendez open far side. I think surely you take that short pass, get it first, but he goes deep into the 50-50. And Calvin Davis is all at work, comes up with it, and gets the touchdown. And the Tigers extend their lead. 9 minutes to play in the second quarter. Margaret Ferrigno. Kicker for the Tigers to extend the Tigers' lead to 14. They'll do just that. Tigers lead 14-0. It's been a great game so far.
0.
It's number 5, and Wosu dragged out of bounds at about the 28. Apologies for a bit of a late return.
Forced out of bounds by number 1, Cole Mendoza. Yard kickoff return brings up first down, Panthers.
So the Tigers will start actually at the 25. And Panthers so far have been absolutely killed by penalties on offense. Panthers probably looking to run right here. They do just that, and they'll get blown up. DeAndre Howard got downhill, and it's a loss of about 3, maybe 4.
Stopped in the backfield by number 9, DeAndre Howard. 3-yard loss on the play brings up 2nd and 13.
Panthers trying to get this offensive drive going. They found their great success with a couple first down pickups in the first quarter in their first drive. But as I said, penalties hurting the Panthers, and this could be a pretty close game. They're down 2 scores. Wiggins rolling to the right, gets the pass off, and this one's going to get picked as well, and it's number 25, Bilal Harrison. We're right around midfield, and the Tigers with a second turnover of the game, again coming out right side of the field, and that's 2 deep balls from the Panthers, 2 interceptions. So the Tigers take over after the pick from Harrison. Man in motion for the Tigers, and they'll give it to him. Gain of about 7 for number 14, Avery Craig.
Avery Craig on the carry.
Another multi-sport athlete for the Tigers. Avery Craig, also a track athlete. Calvin Davis, the other guy I mentioned earlier, who had that disallowed kickoff return. And still a man down for the Tigers, and I think that is Craig. Second down for the Tigers. And for Avery Craig. Had a decent game, but coming off the field hurt. This one handed off. Brady Flowers. It looks like initially he's going to lose yards, but again, as I said, Phelps unable to stop him in his tracks, always giving them that advantage. And the Tigers going to get closer to a first down. Though not by much, still 3rd and 3. So now it's ruled 3rd and 2. See if the Tigers can either pick up the first down or force one. Forget a offside call against Panthers. Seen it a lot, but this will be run play. Aiden Giles got a crease. Now bouncing out to the outside. Here goes Aiden Giles. Aiden Giles shoved out, crossed the 15. Wayne Kenny made the tackle. But great gain for Aiden Giles.
24-yard gain on the play. Brings up Jackson Reed, first down.
Ruled out at the 17. And Aiden Giles got the hot hands. Turpin back to pass. Looking near side. Going deep for Calvin Davis. It's a second passing touchdown and a second complete for Calvin Davis. And the Tigers taking a crushing lead over the Phelps Panthers. 20-0. And Calvin Davis was a 50-50 play on that original one. But Calvin Davis getting open. And Ryan Turpin, smart play to get the pass to him, going around the outside of his DB, making the catch in the end zone. Tigers lead 20-0. Marco Ferrigno looking for a third good extra points. And that is what he will get. Tigers lead 21-0. 6 minutes to play in this second quarter. Things looking great for the Tigers. So the Tigers destroying the Panthers. Frigno to kick off, bit to the near side, might take a bounce out of bounds, and it does. That's a flag, and this one will start at the 35 for Phelps. So Phelps have shown just a bit of potential in offense, especially in that running front, but it's been fouls that have been killing them, and also 2 deep balls from Wiggins. Both have been picked. One by Birdie Flowers, one by number 25, Bilal Harrison. That's how 2 of their drives ended. The first and the third. The second drive ended on a punt. Wiggins back to pass. Wiggins gets out the tackle from Person, now looking to throw. Still chased back. Wiggins rolling back to the middle. Gets the pass off complete to Thompson. Shakes the tackle and now is going to get taken down for a gain of 2 or 3. Coleman Daza making the tackle. That's a play they'll rewatch. It films. Tigers did a good job to handle the pass initially, but just got to finish off the sack. And still eventually did a good job to make the tackle with some Mendoza, but it's a gain of 5 for the Panthers. Therefore, 2nd and 5. taking quite a while to get this off, and now he will. Wiggins design run. And he will get a first down to the 48, 49. Still in their own territory. They will move the chains. First time since their first possession. 4 minutes, 36 seconds to go in this first half. Tigers have a commanding lead now. The Panthers looking to get their first scoring opportunity. And it is 1st and 10 from their own 49. Thompson taking a snap, rolling to the right, and he'll run to the right. Positive yardage, but not for much. Humphrey got to shove out. Ball at cross midfield, going from 49 to 49, gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Three receivers lined up to near side.
Timeout on the field.
Timeout. Looks like the Panthers will talk this one over. And if you're Phelps right now, you gotta be thinking, in terms of the talent, as you know, it's not like the Tigers, at least in terms of the skill that we've seen, have absolutely dominated this game, but they're completely controlling the scoreline. That's because of, one, the decision-making. It's been some poor decision-making from Phelps, specifically on the passing game. 2, the penalties, of course. Phelps have struggled more on both sides of the ball. The Tigers have also made their mistakes. And 3, just been, still seeing some great offensive plays for the Tigers, though, to the degree that we haven't seen much of this year between those 2 passes. 4 touchdowns, Calvin Davis, and that run from Aiden Giles. Things all around looking very good for the Tigers. Especially on offense, we're seeing a lot more life than we usually do. Low snap. Picked up. Wiggins gets through. Flag on the play. Wiggins going to easily pick up first down. He'll stroll out of bounds.
Gabriel Wiggins on the quarterback keeper.
And looks like this penalty is going to go against Phelps. And on a very beneficial play for them, they're going backwards.
Ten-yard penalty brings up 2nd and 18.
They'll send it back to the 41-yard line, back inside their own territory. It's been one of those nights for the Panthers. They'll start a play in opposing territory and back in their own because of the foul. Wiggins back to throw. Being flushed out, but he can't move forward. Does get a pass off. Not near anyone. Did get across the line of scrimmage, so no intentional grounding. But it is now 3rd and 18. Third and a ton. Phelps have had some decent running plays, but none have reached 18 yards, and you can forget about their success in the deep passing game. Wiggins back to throw. He'll get blown up, and he won't get out of this sack. Did throw it off, but that's a sack. Can't throw out of that. Sack made by number 64, Lil Rebel. My apologies. And that makes it 4th down for Phelps.
4th down.
And yet another unsuccessful offensive drive for Phelps. And again, penalties name the game. Laundry on the field, then costing the Panthers, and they'll have to punt it off again. Calvin Davis back to return. Turned a punt earlier, but it was disallowed, but Davis cut in the middle. He's got a crease. Here goes Calvin Davis. Won't quite be Wiggins. Helmet comes out after the play, but he's down to the 21 of Phelps. That's just what we expect from Calvin Davis, and almost looked casual. As he was making his decision, decided to cut in, then bounce out. A lot of success, but chased down by Wiggins. And ball placed at the 26 of Phelps. Right on the 21. Or wait, no, it was 21. I don't know what I'm doing. Two minutes on the dot to go in this first half. Ryan Turpin going to hand this one off to Aiden Giles, who will gain about 1. But Phelps, I haven't done it consistently, but that's where they found their best success on defense, was getting pressure downfield really quick. But not enough for a loss, and it is a gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Clock running. Tigers will have to be wary of that and not get too cocky. But that's I think still expect some pretty consistent run plays. Most of the big passes, and I think really the only 2 passes have been to number 7 Calvin Davis lined up in the slot. Whistles for the play.
Timeout on the field. Timeout charge to the Panthers.
And that's a timeout for Phelps. Now what do you expect with the Phelps looking to round out the clock and get back into the locker room? They don't call it. Didn't like what they saw on defense. Minute 5 to play. And as I said, I think that stoppage with the Phelps timeout could be beneficial for the Tigers. Looking to stick to the run. Potentially down the red zone. Turpin. Just weave. Here goes Calvin Davis. Cuts outside. Here goes Calvin Davis. Across the 10. Still fighting. And into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers, and it's a hat trick of touchdowns for Calvin Davis. 2 receiving, 1 rushing. And they caught him out. But Calvin Davis using that upper body strength, getting into the end zone. And a man down for Phelps. But is it turned into a dominant display for Jackson Reed? So we'll be Ferrigno to kick the extra point, but still man down for Phelps, and I believe that is number 18, Jaleel Bowman, freshman cornerback. And it could be another minute before we see this one. They still got to get him off the field. Tigers lined up, and Phelps about to be as well, but now coming off. And the Tigers will be able to have this extra point. Man, rushing on field to replace him. This is before the play. Finally looks like Ferrigno will be able to get a chance to put this one through the uprights. Did on his first time before it was disallowed. Pressure came to him, but he got it off, and it is good. Tigers lead 28-0. Less than a minute to go in this half. Why do you put it? Tigers kicking off again. Ferrigno to kick off. Last one went out of bounds. This one won't. Fitted by 5 and Nwosu. Daniel Nwosu getting across the 35. 48.6 on the clock.
Pearson on the return brings it out to the 35-yard line.
Both teams back out there. Let's see if Phelps can try to get down the field in the limited time remaining. Haven't had a lot of success in the passing game, throwing 2 picks. One was intercepted by Brady Flowers, another by Bilal Harrison. In motion, blown up in the backfield. Jalen Williams will wrap him up for a loss of quite a lot. McPherson was the guy who took it and got nowhere.
6-yard loss on the play. Brings up 2nd and 16.
A loss of 6, 2nd and 16. And the clock is running. They hadn't realized it the whole time. I don't think Phelps did. 3 seconds to go. They get one play off. Wiggins rolling to the near side. Wiggins, ball go deep. Now chased back by Williams. Back into the center. Williams does get it off. And it's completed, but then blown up. Giles made the tackle. It's complete to Jalen McPherson. But that will do it for this first half. And best first half we've seen in about a year from the Tigers. You remember that win over Paul that was played at Cardozo, our last win. But we are well on our way to our first win of the 2024 season. Tigers take it to the locker room. We'll be back. Welcome back to Tiger TV Live. About to get this second half underway. The Tigers dominating the first. Lead 28-0 over Phelps. Scores come off a short pass turned into a 40-yard touchdown from Aiden Giles, and then 2 touchdown passes from Ryan Turpin to Calvin Davis. And Davis doing a lot of work for that first region behind the back of his DB and bringing it in for a touchdown. Managed to get open for an easier one on the second. And Calvin Davis again completing a hat trick of touchdowns in the first. Fighting his way in on a rushing play. Phelps taking it back. Ooh. Tackled in the backfield by Brandon Nguyen, a freshman.
Brought down by Brandon Nguyen at the 25-yard line.
Now I haven't seen a freshman make a play like that. But Nguyen was all over him. And the Panthers start off from the 25. Phelps back on offense. They've shown glimpses and not much more than that. Still a 0 next to their name. Wiggins running to the outside. Got some good yardage, and Mendoza completing the tackle, while Wiggins will pick up a first.
Forced out of bounds by Coleman Mendoza.
And for Phelps, absolutely, we saw Wiggins. And it looks like this actually won't be a first down. Or now it will. Okay, there. Hesitant to give him that first, but it is a first down for Phelps. And obviously Wiggins been hesitant to throw, and in particular he's been very quick to get on the gas and run it, but there's probably a reason for that. Hasn't been the best passer tonight. 2 interceptions in the first half. Kenny, good carry, just short of a first down.
Kenny on the carry. 8-yard gain on the play.
Kenny again going in the same direction. He'll get the first, but not a huge gain. Tackle made by number 11, Erickson Ward Jr.
Wayne Kenny again on the carry, brought down by Justin Humphrey.
Or Justin Humphrey, my bad. That's what the PA guy says. It looks like 11 to me. So maybe I'm right and he's wrong. Either way, first down for Phelps at the Roman 47. Man in motion, but number 20 who takes it, breaks through a tackle, and then Ward fishes him off, but he'll get not a first down, he'll get into Tigers territory across the 50, and that was number 20, whose name's not on this roster. So, there's someone.
Arrington Ward on the stop.
But for Phelps, they've been running it and can't really expect them to make a change. Man in motion again. Wiggins going to keep. Driven back. Switches to the top side. He's got room there. Gets a block. And Davis missed the tackle. And Wiggins will fight his way across the 30. And normally with Gabriel Wiggins weaving back and forth side this field doesn't work, but the Tigers didn't have enough bodies on that left side. And then it was a very good block. Gave Wiggins some more room. Things look good for Phelps in this drive. They're down to the 29, but they'll probably be kicking themselves that they haven't been doing more of this in the first half. Otherwise, we could have even had a game. But instead, it's been dominant for the Tigers, 20-0. Timeout. And Levon Phelps will be back in a second. Come back on the mic real quick. This timeout, it's been real long, and I think you know why. An ambulance arrived on the scene a couple minutes ago. They're bringing out a stretcher, and I don't quite know for who. I don't think any Phelps player got hurt enough to warrant that, so maybe that's someone who's collapsed or something. Don't really want to speculate, but that is the reason why this timeout has spanned a couple minutes. Again, we're still unaware of what the situation is. but that is why we're not seeing any action right now. Still 8 minutes, 59 seconds to go on the clock in this third quarter. This game not finished. I mean, Phelps have looked good in this first drive of the quarter. They've been moving it down the field, gotten further than they have any time beforehand. So you never know. But yeah, I think we still expect another minute or 3 before we get back going. So I'll step away again. Finally getting back to it after a extended delay. Still being carted off via an ambulance on the Phelps side. But we are back to football, and Phelps had all the momentum. And hopefully not too discombobulated by that, but it looks like they'll get a flag.
Flag down on the play.
Against Phelps, think maybe a delay of game penalty or
5-yard penalty.
that or too many men on the field.
Brings up first and 15.
And that was their first penalty of the drive, and that's been the difference maker, you gotta say. Phelps, their offense has been killed by penalties in the first half. Didn't have a single one prior to that moment. We'll get another flag. It's another false start, and Phelps are getting backed up further. And again, it looks like, don't want to say it, but I think unfortunately that thing with the stretcher, whatever the situation is on that, again, we're still mostly unaware. Maybe messing them up. They had all their momentum. They're backed up twice for 5 yards. It is 1st and 20. Hand it off. Kenny. Wayne Kenny getting across the 35 down to about the 34, and I'll make it 2nd and 15.
Six-yard gain on the play.
Little gain of 6, that makes 2nd and 14. And doing a good job to limit the yards by Tigers defense. That's all they got to do. It's just home to not getting 14 these next 2 to 3 downs. Wiggins will go and he'll lose yards. Down to 35, chased down. And now it was Oscar Wickham made that final tackle. Was looking for a screen on that near side. It was number 3, Wayne Kenny. wide open, but he just kind of panicked.
Loss of 1 on the play brings up 3rd down.
Third and 16. And pretty much no matter what, you can probably guarantee Phelps are going to go for it on 4th down here. And Phelps have had some good plays, but haven't really had any that have been enough to pick up a first here. Flag on the play. Kenny gets it and trips. Goes down for another loss of about 1. Or no gain, I think will be the call. Legal formation going against the Panthers. Penalty declined. So that is in fact a loss of 1. That makes it 4th and 17 for Phelps. And as predicted, they are going to go for it. They're in that position in the field where 1 doesn't make sense to punt, and even if they were in a position to punt, why would they? They're down 28, and they've just had their best drive of the night. Wiggins facing pressure will go up the middle. It's out of a tackle and chased out of bounds. Turnover on downs.
Gabriel Wiggins on the carry.
And Wiggins not afraid to run, but I don't know why he went out of bounds. Just go straight. Just get something. And, I talked about Wiggins. Not afraid to run, but, if anything, he's just been a bit too nervous today to throw. That said, he's thrown 2 picks. But Tigers will take over from their own 26. 6 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter.
Timeout, Panthers.
And immediately a timeout used by Phelps. Back from timeout. Turpin, bat to throw it to the far side, got a man open. And there he goes, Cam Butler. Down past the 40 of Phelps.
Pass is complete to Oscar Wickham.
Oscar Wickham, I got that completely wrong. That's not Cam Butler. It was hard to see number at first, but my bad. Oscar Wickham with a huge catch, and that's what he needed. Had a bit of a slow game last time out. Great to see for Oscar Wickham. This one is handed off. DeAndre Howard gets across 35. DeAndre Howard, who, by the way, I think I've been calling him Cam Butler too. I'm making mistakes today, man. That's tragic.
Injury timeout on the field.
Another timeout and injury for, I believe, a Phelps Panther. Yet another. Welcome back to Tiger TV Live, back from the injury timeout for the Panthers. Tigers are rolling. Pistol. Turpin looking to throw to the near side, going deep, looking for Oscar Wickham, and he's got him. Touchdown Tigers. Oscar Wickham making the reception, beating the DB and scoring. And the Tigers dominating this one. And I think we're going to have a running clock right here with a 34 and potentially 35-point lead. And you can expect that as Fernando not made a whole lot of mistakes. But for the Tigers, they had some pretty good success on the running front, the rushing front last week. They have today as well. But today, we haven't seen passing this good from the Tigers in years. And that's, we got some great receivers, but Ryan Turpin stepping into that starting position as a sophomore. Not a lot of people expected good things with an underclassman as a starting quarterback, but he's been great so far this year. And that kick is good from Frigno. And as I said, I think we should have a running clock right here. Still stopped at 5:15. Go in the third. But what a day for the Tigers.
Yeah. Get y'all smudged. Yeah. Biggies. Chicken wing.
Can you do something for me? Can you hit a little?
Kickoff from Farina. Trying to run on the near side. Wiggins tackled. Mendaza making a tackle. That was actually number 6, Caden Hunts, who made the reception. Didn't get all ton. And Phelps Panthers still with a big fat 0 on the board. Got down within our 30-yard line. Last time out. But they're killed by penalties, and it ultimately resulted with a turnover on downs. Screen ball. 4-0. Arrington Ward and DeAndre Howard combined to make the tackle. Caden Simon, also known as Juice Simon, made the reception. Got 1 yard out of it. Second and 9. Wiggins looking to pass, forced way back. Wiggins won't get it off. Run out of play for a huge loss. And again, Butler, Ward both working to track him down. Or Howard, rather.
Two-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
And there's that confirmation that we got a running clock. Went out of bounds, but clock is running down to 2.5 minutes left in the third. Flags for the play. Come from the top side. It will be a false start against the Phelps Panthers. Now the clock has stopped for whatever reason. Now it keeps going.
Brings up 3rd and 17.
Here. Here's snap. Wiggins. Pump fake. Now thrown over the middle. Catch made. Number 2, Drew Simon. Manazza made a tackle. But the Panthers get past the original line of scrimmage. It is 4th down.
Brings up 4th and 8.
Phelps offense staying on the field. Less than a minute to go in the third. Wiggins gets the pass off. Ooh, I think barely through the hands of Aiden Briscoe. Flowers is on the coverage, but it is a turnover on downs. The Tigers get it back. Well inside their own territory at the 35, or 37. So the quarter ends with that running clock. 12 minutes to go, and once they come back, it will be exactly 12, barring a timeout. Tigers leading 35-0. Getting this fourth quarter underway. It's a run and play. There he goes, cutting in. Out of a tackle and into the red zone, number 24. Brendan Nguyen, the freshman.
Pass is complete to Brandon Nguyen. Jackson Reed, first down.
That's what we love to see in action from the freshman underclassmen. Never see it, and obviously we see Ryan Turpin. We see an underclassman on every snap, starting QB. Well, Brandon Nguyen, I've seen some good potential from him, both sides of the ball. And the Tigers have it at their own 16. Running clock here in the fourth quarter, 11 minutes to go. Turpin to the near side. Across the 10, that's not Turpin. That was Will Hewitt, a fellow sophomore actually, so different quarterback, same class. My apologies to Hewitt, but getting it right this time. We'll make it another 1st and 10, I guess. Or were they? Yeah, it looks like that spot at the 8-yard line of the Tigers. That makes it 2nd and 2. So penalty's gonna move the Tigers. Or no penalty. Looks like there was for
Ball's at the 9-yard
a moment.
line. First down, Tigers.
Down at the 9-yard line, it is. Whistles. Timeout for Phelps, and that is the one thing that can stop the clock at this stage, and it will. 9 minutes, 19 seconds to go in this game. So now confirmation. I was a bit confused last time out, but it is a first down, 1st and goal for the Tigers, 9 yards out. Will Hewitt in the game, starting QB, a sophomore, as is Ryan Turpin. DeAndre Howard to his side. He'll give to Howard. Up the middle he goes. Howard down about a yard short of the goal line.
Howard on the carry. 6-yard gain on the play.
Ball placed at about the 2. Hand it off to Howard again, and he will take it in. Tigers lead 41-0. What a day for Jackson Reed. And this could be, obviously we were expected to win this game by quite a big margin, but there's been almost no mistakes from the Tigers today. Other than that, literally the first drive was the only struggle we've seen from the Tigers. And expecting, things to turn around. As I've said, in the first 3 games, we lost. But we lost by less than we did last year. At least it wasn't, all of those losses weren't quite within blowout range, maybe on the fringe of it. Frigno to kick is good. Marco Ferrigno, 7 for 7. Had a perfect day. The left-footed kicker. But yeah, as I said, been losing by less. Those teams that were getting blown out last year, the losses haven't been great. They've been more respectable. But the Tigers today have been favored, but haven't really put a foot wrong. So could we get a momentum shift going into DCIAA season? Odds are still stacked against them. You've got Eastern is the game next Friday, and there's some potential that may actually be on Tiger TV Live. We'll see. October 4th is taking on the reigning champions, Dunbar. I'll go ahead and say it. That one's not looking great. Dunbar just beat Archbishop Carroll, and I think they might be beating FCA, Friendship Collegiate. So that's the That's the reigning state champions in DC. Dunbar, they got one of the best teams seen in a couple years in DCIAA. 2 weeks later, October 19th, the homecoming game at home against Roosevelt. Lost that one 28-14 last year. The Roosevelt, that's a team that only get better. And being tackled at around the 21 was Daniel Nwosu. Although PA guy keeps calling him McPherson. So probably a different guy. The roster's not quite adding up. Got an official one from Phelps. It was incomplete. We got one from Max Preps. It was incomplete as well. Tried to add some up, but that one may have been miscommunicated. The ball placed at 22. Getting back to it, as I said, homecoming game against Roosevelt. I'll be a feisty one because Roosevelt, not the best team last year, quite a few freshmen. That's a team that's only going to get better, and they've had an amazing start to their campaign. After that, October 25th at Coolidge, and they'll end off their home season on Halloween against Baloo, although I do think that's incorrect in the schedule. I do believe that's November 1st. That will be the final one against Baloo, who, last I checked, halftime, they're at home, the Southeast Cup matchup, one of the best rivalries in D.C., against Anacostia, and at halftime, they were losing 12-0. That's a pretty big upset for the reigning Turkey Bowl runner-ups, taking on the reigning Gravy Bowl runner-ups. So, watch out for that Baloo game especially. Expect to be senior night. Pass from Thompson, the Juice Simon, and he'll get across for first. Frankly, I don't know why you choose your nickname to be Juice, considering shares a nickname with OJ. But power to you.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That was not a first down. I'm blind. He got across the original line of scrimmage. Whatever. Again, it's Thompson. Evading pressure till he doesn't. Brought down. Gain of maybe one. Sack made by yet another freshman, Adrian Wagner. Getting it done. And Wagner, that's another freshman showing potential. Of course, we talked about Brandon Nguyen having a great start to his time as a Tiger. So yeah, Tiger senior night here against Baloo, and their final game, an away game at H.D. Woodson. Phelps used another timeout. It's the only thing that can stop the clock at this stage with the running clock. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Back from that Phelps timeout. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Whistles beforehand.
Timeout, Jackson Reed.
Timeout, Jackson Reed. What are we doing? There's no way whatever Coach Shaw is bad enough for calling a 10 consecutive timeout. But clock's still at 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Maybe they just thought it was funny.
On the carry.
Sorry for the delayed restart, but Thompson kept it and didn't get a lot of it.
Sampson now on the stop for the Tigers.
And tackle made by Wabi Sampson. Wabi Sampson, we got a man right here who wants to give him a shout out.
Shout out to Wabi. What is his last name?
Sampson.
Wabi Sampson, number 14.
15.
Number 15 on the football team. Thank you very much, Tomas.
Thank you, Tomaso N. Alright. 4th down and 6. Phelps offense still out there. Whistles again. Come
Flag
on.
on the play.
There's a flag. And this one will go against the Tigers.
5-yard penalty.
And that will make it a 4th and very short 4th and 1. More whistles before snap. And it looks like Phelps are gonna does not seem like they'll undo the progress. Actually, I think that may have been against the Tigers again. Yes, indeed. 1st down for Phelps. Clock still running all the while. It's about to cross 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. On the backfield. Wiggins rolling to the right. Run to the right. Burst through. Bounces out. It's going to be what Phelps are looking for, but a tackle made across the 30 by number 25. Bilal Harrison stopping Gabriel Wiggins and possibly maintaining the shutout. So we crossed well over 2 minutes. And Phelps, I think, have used at least 2 of their timeouts. So if they wanted to, would have seriously helped them if they wanted to score here and put an end to the Tigers' shutout. Would be pretty disappointing for the Tigers to lose it now. Wiggins not under a lot of pressure. Now it comes, and he will run again to the right. Going across 25.
Gabriel Wiggins on the
Tackle made by Oscar Wiggum. Clock still running, little urgency, and now a timeout coming in. So there were whistles, but no timeout. Now under a minute to go. Still running clock. And still some substitutions for Phelps. They'll have a lot of work to do if they want to make the score happen. And really all that means is contain the man back. Passes dropped. And I think that was number 13, David Richardson, who threw it. I think the target was 16, Aiden Briscoe. And Phelps are going to go off, not willing to get this last play off, and that will do it. Clock counting down, 5 to go. The Tigers.
All right, fans, that concludes this evening's contest.
All right, Tigers securing a big-time win. There's the Gatorade on Coach Strickland. His first win as a coach of this Tigers varsity team. For Coach Jason Strickland and this almost entirely new coaching lineup. And the first win for the Tigers on the 2024 season. Hopefully the first of many. And this is their last game before they get into the DCIAA Stars season. And getting a huge win, 42-0, hoping to change momentum around before we get into those real hard games. But we still got not a whole ton of home games this year. Not really doing the fans justice on that one. Only 3 to go. Dunbar, Roosevelt, and Ballou. What a huge win for the Tigers. Didn't put a foot wrong. Played well on offense, played well on defense. The passing game was perfect. And yeah, that will do it for Morris from the third field. We've seen a great one here tonight. You know, I would say that I hope you've enjoyed our yearly win on Tiger TV Live, but I won't say that because we here at Tiger TV Live are optimistic. But the Tigers got a statement win. First, Jason Strickland's tenure. First of Ryan Turpin's time of likely 3 years as starting quarterback for the sophomore. But yeah, that will do it. 42-0. Tigers are beating the Phelps Panthers. For all of us here at Tiger TV Live, I'm Samuel Biggie. And make sure subscribe to Tiger TV Live, like the stream, comment. Signing out.
Extra big congratulations to the Tigers tonight. As always, this is your cameraman. Make sure to smash that like button. Absolutely demolish that subscribe button. Share with a friend, family, or lover if you'd like. And Tiger TV Live gang out.